Hi Capricorns, how are you doing today? So what do you need to know? So what do Capricorns need to know today? What do Capricorns need to know today? Right, we'll just do a few cards and then we'll do a soul journey card just to see what's going on. Thank you to all my new subscribers. It means a lot that you've done that. And please make comments in the comment section and then I can personally say hi to you. Thank you. So we have this overall influence of success. So when success is in our life, we can celebrate. But it's the peak, isn't it? We always need the peak. We need to have that accomplishment. Sometimes this is on the small accomplishments that we make in life. But when we really want to strive for that ultimate ambition, that ultimate goal, this gives us the ability to revel in it. So if it's not quite there, that perfect relationship, that perfect working experience, that perfect situation, then rest assured, overall you do have success coming. With the peak of success comes a circle, the circle of opportunity and incline and decline, because everything's changing, isn't it? So when we actually see the success, we can revel in it and congratulate ourselves, but we need to be aware that we can't have that heightened state of excitement. So still we need to go to the adventure. Where is the adventure taking us? What treasures awake? When we have a childlike innocence to go into our life further, we can see the jewels and the candy and all sorts of enticing aspects. But one of the greatest things about the adventure is the adventure of ourself, our soul purpose and our spiritual journey. So having a childlike attribute to go forward and explore all that life has to offer and still has to offer. So breaking free from the constraints of what we've known before and allowing our inner spirit to run wild and run free. This is an aspect that we can continue to have a successful life, to break free from what we're told, what are aspects of responsibility. We do need to be responsible, but sometimes we need that childlike wonderment about each aspect of our life. What things can we explore more? New hobbies, new countries, new cultures, new relationships, all these things, breaking free of the darkness and going into the light, so to speak. So you see here the absolute change, the yin and yang and the balance of nature itself can bring about harmony. So that cycle of change, of success and the decline can be felt, but having our focus on something else, the newness, the wonderment that you can find here. Okay, so here in the slight past you have exhaustion. So doing things too much can make ourselves feel exhausted. The journey to success, all the hard work of learning our ability, maybe studying, maybe doing all the groundwork, climbing up the ladder to find success has been exhausting. So this is where, for some of you, breaking away from that trap is in itself a brave decision to make. So when it's been not up to scratch what you thought was going to be fantastic, and because you're at the top of your success just at the moment, you can break away from that and find pleasure in going somewhere else. Do you understand? So the battle that you've fought, if you're willing to go further down a aspect of meeting the new challenges in life, then you could find something completely different and that'll awaken you. So you've got we are the world. So just joining forces with everything that you know, the mental, the emotional, the physical, your friends, future learning, everything you've adopted at the moment, just coming together to really appreciate who you are. Join in with your friends and family the success that you've had. If you're not quite understanding the success, ask one of your friends. Say to them, how do you perceive me as being successful? And they'll tell you that you may not even know the qualities that they see quite clearly, but you haven't tapped into that. So compromise. What are you compromising? Are you compromising too much, or is there some sort of uncompromise? This is in the future. So when you break free of your aspect that's made you feel like exhausted, and not compromise anymore. Or maybe you have to compromise with your situation because of circumstances. But whatever that is, if you break away from the mundane within your mind and really connect with the wonderment and the joy that you can actually see, it's not a compromise. So when people around you understand that for you to live your life and really blossom, you can't compromise certain things. You have to look at that aspect of compromising. So there's an aspect here that with the compromise becomes untruths, what you're projecting and what's been projected to you. This is why it's essential at the moment to break completely free from things, to do things in a logical way almost. So sometimes this can be about emotionally arguments as well. So when you talk with emotion and they're trying to reflect back to you, it's kind of not the same. So sometimes stepping back is a compromise and not have that conversation when things are kind of exhausting. Do you know what I mean? So people see you, like I said, if you ask your friends and family what they think of you, they see you as a very generous person. They see you as giving. They see you as in your luxury element. So for some of you, this might be a new person entering your life. So it might be a fire sign. But that quality that's there, it's kind of reflecting back to you. And this is what the projections are all about, what you choose to see and what you want right now. So going back, the success in maintaining relationships, especially when they're warm and loving and kind. So this is what the change is about. The circle of change. As I say, when you reach the peak, you have to change. You have to go right down. Some people fall off that circle and they don't quite get up again. This is why to compromise your happiness is not always the best policy. So being truthful to yourself is very important, so that can stick on the fortunate side and not the dropping off side. So there's some sort of politics here. So maybe you have to take the step back and unveil the truth even more, not only to yourself but those around of you. Is there a kind of aspect where someone's trying to overpower you? Maybe this is in business. Maybe there are some delays and some form of holdbacks, and this is what you have to compromise. But there is more opportunities within your world if you keep plodding on and working at it. So the truth that people are saying, no, this isn't working out for you, or whatever negative aspects they're saying, then you have to rely on that success and ask honest people who want the very best for you those sort of opinions, because somebody could try to be undermining you. So that's not good, is it? We don't want that. Right, we'll pick a soul genie card just to see where you are, Capricorns. So what do Capricorns need to know? Okay, so fogged in. So this is the aspect of go slow, take time. So it is breaking away from the exhausted time, and maybe because things aren't so ready, the aspect isn't quite ready, but as long as you can congratulate yourself that you have success, this pulling back and breaking free and compromising through time will allow that aspect to come about. So it just means wait for the moment, but the change is there. So listening to people dishonesty, just perhaps get all the information, but on the whole you do have success. So if you can keep relying back to that, and then things will be a lot clearer. But one thing is clear to me, that you have to go for it. Keep going for it. Keep going into the light. Keep going into the newness of the situation with a childlike curiosity. And then you'll find the next step so much easier to actually make. So I hope that's helped, Capricorns. Have a lovely day, and we'll see you again next time. Lots of love to you all.